So Justin, I know I've been talking a lot about playing Sonic games, like
Yes.
Sonic 3 again,
Yes.
but we're not Game Grumps. We're not Markiplier. We're not even Retsupre. We can't afford name brand Sonic games.
Oh
We have
my
to play
goodness.
the store brand Sonic game.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
This game is heavily inspired by Sonic, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
So, well, you can't really tell based on this, but it's, yeah, we're cheaping out and not playing Sonic.
My turn.
And play the store brand, Galaxy Games store brand.
What is it called?
Well, it's not called Galaxy Games.
Oh.
This happened. Our walls are impenetrable.
Walls are impenetrable.
Floor isn't.
Oh my god.
If death is what you seek,
The guy who plays this axe-wielding dude is awesome.
When did this game come out?
It came out
reason to be
official. I'll let you know after. This.
You should be
Don't miss this cutscene.
son.
Oh, his son has the best name.
Inheriting the throne. Dale!
It's Dale with an I.
Oh my gosh. That's only like one letter away from fail.
Dale. Oh, this is pretty cool right here.
I like the alien design. Oh my god!
Fucking cuts his head off. Just for anyone who likes this game, just watch. There's just so much going on in this cutscene. The Snatcher.
Why? Oh my god.
When it cuts to black and someone summons a Snatcher, I think like weird butt stuff is happening. So just a disclaimer for anyone who likes Freedom Planet, I really, really do love this game, despite any horrible things I'm about to say about it.
The Prince of Shriegar.
You can say horrible things about games you love. I do
No,
all the
I
time.
love this game.
Has put machines across the land to steal energy from other kingdoms.
So this sort of vagina marble is explaining what's going on. Basically, there's a stone that provides this planet energy, and it's in danger of being stolen. So hey guys, this is Freedom Planet. We messed up our first recording of this game, so that intro you heard was all improv and new impressions on Justin's part, because I played this game and he hasn't. But yeah, we messed up the recording, so
Yeah.
just gonna explain a few things to the
By
audience.
we, he means me. Okay.
No, I never blame Justin, just because the capture card is crappy.
It's a crappy capture card.
So really quick, what I wanted to explain is that we're playing this game on normal, because for casuals are
I love how they make casual rainbow.
yeah, it's and I don't want to play the game on hard. The one thing to note though is we were playing this game on the 1.0 version. They've released a few updates since then where they nerf some of the bosses in normal. And here at VO Booth, we don't stand for that.
We don't stand for nerfing.
No, like on the forums of this game, people were complaining about how hard the bosses were. And it's like, why don't you just get good at video games?
Or play casual. Like that's why they have degrees of difficulty, right?
Yeah, well, casual you get regenerating health apparently, and so I guess people wanted their cake and to eat it too. So there are two modes, as I explained to Justin already. There's adventure mode, which you play through the game normally with cutscenes and all that stuff. There's classic mode, where you play all the stages, but there are no cutscenes. It just automatically omits them. So what people are going to do, most likely their first playthrough, is select adventure and immediately regret they didn't select classic.
Yeah.
So
At least you're honest.
yeah, I mean, so as I explained before, I don't think the cutscenes aren't that bad. They're just, some of them are just too long.
Gotcha.
Not this one in particular. This one's all right. There's actually very little talking. The other thing I also mentioned earlier during our first recording of this is that I think the biggest problem with the voices for me is, I mean, obviously they're amateur voice actors, but you know, it's fine. But some of the characters, not really the main characters, but some of the older characters definitely sound too young, I think, for their voices. I know Justin
I disagree.
Justin kind of disagrees with me,
I think it's okay.
but it comes off weird to me for some of the characters. These guys, not so much. These two girls.
Where are you going? I have to make sure they're okay. Can't you be Little Miss Hero Pants?
So these two girls are just basically like people that live on this planet already?
Yeah.
And they saw something crash?
Yeah.
Oh, very classic sci-fi.
Fine, I'll go by myself.
However, the motorcycle a little less. Although I appreciate how it looks like it's a Triumph motorcycle. So kudos to you guys.
So Lilac's pretty much the main character, which is why we're selecting her first time through. I also like playing as her more, just in general.
Dude, look at her little dance when she's idle. She's like, woo. She's like a hippie dance, man.
Yeah. So some quick things I'm going to explain. So this game is supposed to be heavily inspired by a lot of Sega games, especially Sonic. The one thing to note, though, is that it definitely doesn't feel... It feels like Sonic games in certain areas, not a lot.
I'm getting a lot of vibes of Cool Spot from this game, actually.
Well, that's just insulting. But you definitely, like, your acceleration and top speed definitely aren't as high as Sonic's. Especially your top speed. It's really noticeable when you're on, like, a straight slope. Your top speed is definitely not that fast. When you're going down slopes, it definitely increases, and you get that sort of little Sonic look to her. Like, I'll show you again, but...
The fast background kind of thing, yeah.
That doesn't... Well, just her sprite looks like Sonic a lot more. But most notably, so her best sort of little move that differentiates her from the other characters, she has this little spin dash, which is kind of a combination of Sonic spin dash and Rice Star's propeller. I don't know what to call it. His little dash. Which is really useful for reaching high areas. She also has a double jump called Cyclone Attack. And it acts as a sort of multi-hit thing, as you saw when I hit that guy. It does less damage than her regular just sort of kicking attack right here. So I find this is safer to use against bosses because it has, I think, a longer invincibility duration when you're using it, but it does less damage. Which is, you might not notice when you're playing early in the game, but it's definitely noticeable when you start playing later parts.
Yeah.
That's your standard invincibility power-up I just grabbed.
Looks awful familiar.
Her other attacks are her uppercut, which I don't find... It's kind of useful. You have to be standing still to use it. You don't get a lot of momentum left or right. So if you try to use it against bosses, it doesn't... You're kind of vulnerable when you're using it.
Is it more powerful than the kick?
I don't really think so. I mean, in some ways I think it is, but I mean, you can kind of get a lot of kicks off in midair. So I just find the kick more useful 90% of the time. She also has this dive kick move right here, which I don't find useful at all, because you don't...
Dive kick?
I don't know. I just never found a place where it would be useful. Maybe I will throughout this playthrough. Who knows? Another neat thing, not neat thing, but another way this is different from Sonic, which I don't like, is the way springs work when you're going... Horizontal springs, I should say. Because in Sonic games, if you're going left and you hit a spring, it gives you ample amount of time to hit right to really build up your speed and then go right really fast. In this game, it doesn't really give you that much time. And even if you do hit right away, it doesn't give you that much speed, as you can kind of see. You don't really build up a lot of momentum. A neat thing, though, that I like in this game that I think is an improvement on Sonic games is, I'll show you in a second when I get a chance. She's going pretty fast here, which is nice.
Yeah. I like speed. I like the speed.
Yeah. It's definitely selective about when you go fast. You can kind of go fast anywhere if you use her little spin dash move, but if you look in the upper left-hand corner, it uses up all of that gauge, so you have to wait a few seconds before using it. Her Cyclone also uses up a little bit of that gauge, so you can't go from a Cyclone to a spin dash. I should really figure out the real name for this thing, but right out of it. But another nice thing about this game is that you don't take collision damage. You only get hurt if you actually hit an enemy attack. So that's actually really nice for keeping the momentum going. And I've seen comments where people say they don't like the zoomed in camera. I guess, I don't have a comparison to Sonic games, but I guess the camera in this game is a little bit zoomed in.
It does look like the sprite is taking up more of the screen than I would feel Sonic does.
Yeah. So it's actually really nice that you don't take collision damage from enemies, because since it is zoomed in a bit, you don't run the risk of just running into things and then stopping you straight in your tracks. Vertical springs work fine. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some weird things with the physics about this game that don't necessarily don't work perfectly, in my opinion. Like,
right.
I would appreciate if she didn't lose as much speed going up slopes and things like that. And here's a straight where I can show you, like, her top speed, like,
It's not very fast.
Yeah, like unless you're going up a slope.
Is
and, like,
Carol faster on her motorcycle?
you definitely, yeah. The motorcycle, which
We'll get to her.
Yeah,
I was just
we'll
curious.
get to her, but it's also a power up that you only have for. You don't have it all the time. Like you can't just whip it out. It's funny. So the people who I go to the Freedom Planet forums every once in a while, and the people who like Freedom Planet really like Freedom Planet. But they also, some people also have criticism, and sometimes I don't really agree with the criticism. And one of the criticisms someone recently posted was like, why Lilac can't do as many neat things as Carol. I'm like, these little panels right here, Carol can use, but Lilac can't.
Gotcha.
And it's like the person was complaining about how Lilac can't turn into a ball, but Carol can, or like how Lilac doesn't have a spin dash, and I don't know. It was, I guess it's all subjective.
So you're saying Carol is the favorite character?
No, I wouldn't say that. Carol just has a, like, I guess in terms of number of features she has more. But I would say that I just like using Lilac better, I think. I think her dash move, I think it's good enough to the point where it's kind of better than most of the things Carol can do. With the exception of Carol's motorcycle, which I explained again is kind of limited.
Right.
So this game also has really cool boss battles. This one I don't think is that cool, but you know.
Oh damn. You know what this reminds me? Did you ever play Police Trainer?
No, I never did.
The little light gun game in arcades?
No.
Okay. There was a part where like these like target balls would fly out of tubes like that. It was fun. I like that game a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went coin up on you.
No, it's funny. So I tell you, I post some of these videos on Reddit, right? Mm-hmm. One criticism I did get though is that you don't talk. I tend to hog a lot of the talking time.
Well, yeah.
A little. I mean,
you plan out what you want to say. I don't. I'm purely color commentary.
well, no. I mean, you know, one of these episodes is just going to be the Justin show, where I'm just going to shut up for 10 minutes, and it's going to be all you.
It's gonna be super awkward.
And I might not delete it.
And I'm just going to tell anecdotes of my childhood, and it'll be fun. Like that one time.
Right. Anyway. This is why I don't let him talk. No, I'm just kidding.
This is why, guys. This is why.
Well, another thing is that I tend to choose the games.
True.
So I tend to have more. I tend to like know ahead of time what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So I'm all like eager beaver before I come here. I'm like, I plan out things to say while I'm driving here. Like that entire. Anyway, I was about to talk about all the things I had planned out to say, but it's like, no, I don't want to.
No.
Why ruin the magic?
Why ruin the magic?
It's pretend I'm saying this all improv. Which, I mean, we kind of are, because we don't have like a script. We're not doing this. We're not doing this post commentary.
That would be way easier.
We do have. I am controlling Lilac, and I do have to navigate these fucking logs while I'm talking.
That is something that I think every Let's Player experiences, is that it's a lot harder to talk and focus on what you're talking about and the game at the same time.
Although every time I go across those logs, I always think like, at least these aren't the logs from The Lion King.
Oh god, dude, those are the worst. I actually was just thinking about that as you were climbing up that waterfall.
For anyone who hasn't played the Super NES or Genesis version of The Lion King, play the Hakuna Matata level and tell me those logs aren't just the biggest bowl of BS that you've ever seen.
Hot steaming bowl. Oh no, underwater stuff?
I actually don't mind it that much because you don't. It's funny, she operates. Sonic slows. It's funny, like she's slower on average than Sonic, but she doesn't slow down that much in water. I would even venture to say she doesn't slow down at all when she's like walking in water. And she also like can do a regular swim like Mario.
Nice.
So water sections well, first of all, water sections aren't as prevalent at all in this game. And second of all,
God.
I love writing sequences in this game. Like, I think there should be more. There aren't as many writing sequences as there should be. And not that there's much to this one, it just looks cool.
It kind of looks like the moon is coming after you.
Yeah. But anyway, as I was saying about the swimming, like, she can kind of ascend and descend while swimming, so it's not as much of a pain as in Sonic games where you're just sort of at the mercy of where springs are and platforms. I also love this boss music. It's great.
It's pretty cool.
It does. It makes the bosses seem more epic than they might be. And you will hear more boss music.
Did you just beat him? Was it that easy?
No, but he's still pretty easy.
Okay.
So he kind of follows a pattern a lot of bosses do, is that you have to hit some weak points before you can hit his main point of damage, which is his head.
Gotcha.
So you'll see I'm hitting his little segments. And a lot of bosses have just variations of that. Some of them don't. Some of them you just kind of straight up attack.
Is this screen really jittery right now, or am I just having a stroke?
Stroke.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just so used to playing this game.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, he's really easy. Even though I lost a bunch of health fighting him. When I was practicing this last night, I didn't lose any health, but I guess I was just too careless. So that timer is really handy to know how long we've been playing this level. So yeah, next time on VO Booth, what's gonna happen to this little duck guy?
Oh, cool. He's awesome.
Well, yeah. Wait till he opens his mouth.
Okay. Next time on the booth.